Okay.
All right. All set? Okay, this is the April 22nd, 2020 special meeting of the BET to discuss or to vote on the setting of the capital budget for fiscal year 2020-2021. Madam Clerk, may we have a roll call? Attendance?
Mayor Rilling,
Here.
Mr. Abrams,
Here.
Ms. Brown,
Here.
Chairman Camacho,
Here.
Mr. Frere,
Here.
Mr. Jelleret,
Here.
Mr. Kasimis, six present, you have a quorum.
Okay, so we're here to set the capital budget cap for fiscal year 2020-2021. There is a resolution. Madam Clerk, would you mind reading the resolution?
Set the capital budget cap for fiscal year 2020-2021. Resolution. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Estimate and Taxation of the City of Norwalk that the capital budget for the fiscal year 2020 to 2021, which will be transmitted on May 20th, 2020, has a total of $153,832,356 less $24,830,400 in revenue, resulting in an amount of $129,001,956 to be bonded.
Do I hear any motions in connection with that resolution?
I will move the resolution.
Any motions to adopt? All right, the resolution has been moved. Is there any discussion, any comments? Mr. Mayor, would you like to say anything in connection with it?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Camacho, and thank you all to all who serve on the BET. Your service is much appreciated. Thank you to Mr. Dakowitz and Angela Fogel, who worked so hard with me in trying to put this process together. First and foremost, we know that the state of Connecticut, in the situation in which we find ourselves, has authorized a 30-day grace period, if you will, for implementing the operating and capital budgets. Ms. Fogel has put together a time frame that is consistent with that 30-day period, and we have taken that 30-day period to in order to get everything done in a manner which we feel is appropriate, considering the situation, as I say, in which we find ourselves. The capital budget was a bit challenging. There are a lot of capital items that need funding in the city of Norwalk, and we have tried, we have tried to put together what we believe to be the most important issues that we need to fund for the next fiscal year. My budget recommendations were transmitted to the Planning Commission, who then made recommended changes and sent it back to me for my consideration. I added some things, I took some things out, but we put together a budget that we feel is going to serve the city of Norwalk well. We have authorizations of a significant amount, probably greater than we've had in the past. Excuse me. And we also put in items that we know are critically important. First and foremost, I just want to mention the funding amount for the new Norwalk High School. The state of Connecticut at this point in time is offering, or there is a strong likelihood that they will reimburse us for 80% of a new Norwalk High School. We feel that this is a critical need for the city of Norwalk. The old Norwalk High School is tired. and we've been investing money into the Old Norwalk High School. And we feel it's not prudent to continue to invest money into a building that is very, very tired and will, in the very near future, need replacement anyway. Moreover, the good news, if you can find any good news in this coronavirus situation, this project will be looked.
I think the mayor froze up. I know he's been having trouble with his internet connection.
He probably is going to be calling back in. He did say that that was going to be an issue, but that might be an issue. Why don't we just wait for him to?
All right, I'm calling him right now to let him know, just in case he doesn't know.
Okay.
The mayor said you could start moving forward without him, and then he'll finish up his comments in a minute. Oh, he's coming back on.
Okay, here he is. He's okay.
Project. We have been told that this will be looked upon by the state of Connecticut as an economic stimulus, getting people back to work, as many other construction projects will be. Moreover, we have been told that because of the situation, some projects are coming in quite a bit under the estimated amount at the beginning. So, for instance, a project in Enfield, a school construction project in Enfield came in at 20% less because people are looking to get back to work and be very competitive in the bidding process. So I feel very strongly that the new Norwalk High School project, if the state of Connecticut is going to reimburse us for the 80%, is a project that we really need to see moving forward. Other things I put back in were the Nathan Hale cafeteria, the Broad River school or the baseball field, the Silver Mine driveway, and other kinds of things that we feel are important, as well as row weight and sidewalks. So looking at everything that I put back in, I feel this is I feel very comfortable that this is a budget with which we can live. And also, the things we put back in, we would be authorizing certain bonding, but not necessarily, authorizing certain expenditures, but not necessarily funding them. So this is something that we're going to be looking at as this process goes forward, and determining what things we can do and what things perhaps we can't do. And we're going to have to be very, very flexible in making changes as those changes are justified or warranted. So again, I want to thank Angela and Henry. Henry, if there's anything that you want to add to my comments, or Angela, now is the time to go ahead and do it.
Thank you, Mayor. It's a team effort, and it was a very, this is my first go round, and it's a very difficult process. There are so many demands. There are financial constraints. I think we were able to authorize the highest priority ones. But as the mayor just alluded to, we have previous items that were authorized that have not yet been bonded. So we have to watch carefully as we go forward, what we bond, how we bond, looking at the costs of projects. Maybe they were estimated either the current go around or previous, and now they can come in at a lower price. And we have to make the budgets stretch as best we can, prioritize. Maybe sometimes we'll have to stretch out the duration, that it may take longer to get there than we originally anticipated, especially after COVID. But the commitment is there to supply both the city and the Board of Ed with the capital projects and programs that are needed to provide the services that we expect. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Deckwitz. Is there anything further?
Ed, I just have a quick question. This is Troy. Henry, how are the
Yeah.
interest rates
Yeah,
looking?
Troy.
Obviously, they should have now for the bonding that's coming up this year or very soon.
If it were up to me, I would bond 250 million right now and put it in a bank account because rates are so cheap. The IRS rules are they don't want us to borrow tax-free and invest in their treasury securities and make an arbitrage profit. So the two issues for debt service costs are the amount and the interest rate. The interest rates are in our favor. The amounts are limited because we only have so much of a capacity. The markets were very choppy, very unusually in this crisis. Normally in a crisis, municipal bonds are considered safety investments, but in this crisis, everything got sold and people just went to cash. They were that nervous. The municipal markets have been coming back. I think within the municipal markets, we are very strong. I would venture to say we're one of the strongest localities in Connecticut, if not the country. So I think when the markets normalize, we will be able to go to the market and raise funds at a very favorable rate, okay? So that's a positive. For our timing, we just, the Common Council just approved a new 4-year contract for our financial advisor, Hilltop Securities. Bill Lindsay there has been our advisor for, I think, at least 18 years. So having a steady hand, local, who knows the Connecticut markets and Norwalk very well, but is now affiliated with a national firm like Hilltop Securities, we're going to get the best advice and the best structure and the best yields. So when we're ready to borrow, I think we're all poised and ready to go.
Great. Any other questions? Hearing none, I guess we're going to take a roll vote for purposes of resolution. I guess the votes are yay, nay, or abstain. Madam Clerk, would you like to read the roll?
I'll go back to him. Mr. Abrams,
Yay.
Ms. Brown,
Yay.
Chairman Camacho,
Yay.
Mr. Ferrer,
Yay.
Mr. Gilliatt,
Yay.
Mayor Rilling.
Yay.
It's unanimous, 6 votes in
Okay.
favor.
So the resolution has been adopted. With that, I believe that concludes the matters on our agenda for this special meeting. We do have a public comment section or hearing coming up at 6:30. So I guess we're all going to stay on and await the commencement of the public comment section or the public comment
You
hearing
need
in connection with the yes.
a motion to adjourn.
Thank you. Motion to adjourn.
Second, Brown.
Okay, it's Ms. Brown moved it. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So, unless anyone objects, the hearing is adjourned, and we will reconvene at 6:30.
I would like to make point out something from a technical point of view. From a Zoom
Yeah.
point of view, this is one meeting, and so people may be joining. So you may want to mute your microphones during the interim so that nothing gets picked up and heard by the wrong people until we commence the next meeting.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Deckwitz. That's very important.